Love the look of iron fence mounted on wood or masonry posts? Let's take a look at how you can achieve that look with our Stronghold Iron fence panels. Hey everyone, Jason from Iron Fence Shop. While the majority of customers will install their Stronghold Iron fence on our steel posts, you may have other functional or artistic ideas that have you mounting your fence to a wood or masonry post. So today we're going to take a look at how you install our iron fence panels onto those different types of posts. Before we get started, note that I only mentioned our Stronghold Iron fence panels and not our Stronghold Iron gates. While you can mount your iron fence panels to other types of posts, we recommend only mounting your gates to the steel posts we provide. Unlike a stationary fence panel, gates exert leverage force and movement that can cause issues like bowing wood posts or cracking masonry posts. Other post types also tend not to work well with the hinge and latch hardware available on the market. There are typically two alternatives that are safe to use in place of our steel posts: treated wood posts and masonry posts made of brick, stone, stucco, or concrete. The chosen post material needs to be flat and smooth for the fence to mount to, so something like brick and stucco is fine, but a natural stone that is lumpy or uneven may not be a good alternative. What makes mounting the fence panels to a wood or masonry post easy is our standard cast iron fence brackets. These little guys will work on just about any flat and smooth surface. What you need to provide on your own is a different type of screw to mount our fence brackets to that wood or masonry post. Let's take a look at the different types of screws needed to mount your iron fence panels. What I have here are the three most common surfaces you'd mount your iron fence panels to and the screws that you would use: a steel post, a wood post, and a masonry post. To start, we have our standard setup with us mounting to a steel post that we send to you. In this case, you would use one of our self-tapping metal screws that we provide as part of your order to secure the bracket to the steel post. You simply put a socket on your drill and drive the screws into your metal post. Next here we have a treated wood post. In this case, you'll want to go to your local home store and get a galvanized wood lag screw and washer like this. A 1/4-inch wood screw will fit our brackets. The length of the wood screw will depend on the size of wood post you're using, but anything 1.5 to 2 inches long is usually a safe bet. You'll simply put a socket on your drill or ratchet and drive the lag screws into the wood post. Here we have our masonry brick column. The term masonry post covers a lot of different types of post and column materials. It could mean a solid brick structure, cinder block with flat stone facade, cinder block with mesh and stucco, or some different combination of materials. The different masonry post construction can affect which hardware you want to use, but this should cover the basics. The term masonry covers essentially any type of brick, stone, concrete, or stucco post in this example. For masonry posts, you'll want a Tapcon screw or something similar that is meant to be mounted into masonry work. It will also be a 1/4-inch size to fit our bracket, but the length will depend on your column or wall construction. Consult your mason or materials provider for what they recommend to use and how deep it needs to go. With masonry screws, you'll need to drill with a hammer setting and a masonry drill bit. You will pre-drill a hole in the block first, and then use a socket on your drill or ratchet to drive the Tapcon screws in. Some considerations when mounting your iron fence to wood posts. You want to go no smaller than a 4x4 size wood post to hold your fence panel. Also, be sure that you're using a pressure-treated pine or a rot-resistant type of wood like cedar that is rated for ground contact. Bear in mind that wood is going to require more upkeep than a metal post and not last as long. Chances are that the wood post will need to be replaced a couple times over the life of an iron fence panel. You'll also need to keep the wood posts stained or painted to keep them looking good and free from rot or damage. Some considerations when mounting your iron fence to masonry posts. Masonry post sizing will vary based on materials and construction, but we typically see columns no smaller than 12-inch by 12-inch square. Anything larger than that is usually due to construction or aesthetic wants versus it being a required size. The variety of materials and construction used on masonry posts can make finding the answer on a proper masonry screw difficult at times. It may require some additional research. If you're working with a mason, we recommend asking for their mounting hardware recommendations. If you are building the columns yourself, you'll want to check with the manufacturer or provider of the materials. Unlike our self-tapping screws for steel posts that come in black, your wood or masonry screws are often going to be silver or blue in appearance. One final tip I recommend is painting your hardware before you mount the fence panels. It can be difficult to paint them and not get overspray on your wood or masonry posts when they're already installed. I find that if you take a small cardboard box and push the screws in like this, it gives you a great surface and way to paint all sides of the screws before using them to mount your panels. So let your creativity flow, knowing that you mount your iron fence panels on steel posts, wood posts, or masonry posts, or a combination of those materials in your layout. Accent wood posts or masonry columns on corners, ends, or throughout the runs in conjunction with the steel posts can also make for a striking look. Hopefully this video has helped show you how you can easily mount our iron fence panels on wood or masonry posts. Be sure to check us out here at ironfenceshop.com. Using our steel fence posts, but you need to mount them on a surface versus burying them in the ground? Check out this video we did on our surface-mounted iron flange posts. If you have any other questions, you can shoot us an email at sales@ironfenceshop.com or give us a call at 800-261-2729. We look forward to hearing from you.